Next up, at UFC Vegas 87, we have Aiemann Zahabi taking on Javid Basharat. Aiemann Zahabi, yes, we're going to get so many comments that looks exactly like Ariel Helwani. It is astonishing how much he looks like it. No. You're not opening a new box. It is astonishing how much he looks like Ariel Helwani.
Excuse me?
Astonishing. All right, guys, I would love comments, whether you're watching
type
live.
Type a 1 in the chat if you want me to open this next box too.
Whether you're watching live or you're watching this, one of the 20,000 people that will watch it later, I would love comments to know if you don't mind, Jacob, opening up cards and holding shiny shit up to the screen.
What's the difference between that and you doing stuff on your phone, or you're doing this, or you just leave to go deal with your fucking kids or something?
When did I leave? I just let her cry in the background. I didn't leave.
You have before.
She wasn't crying, actually. But anyway, we have Aiman Zahabi taking on Javid Basharat. Aiman Zahabi, 10-2 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He is on a nice 3-fight win streak, taking on Javid Basharat, one of 2 Basharat brothers. He is 14-0, undefeated in his career. He is coming off that no contest with Victor Henry. I love the Basharat brothers. I love Javid. I don't think he's as good as his brother, but he is very, very good. He's a grappler, incredible offense and defensive wrestling. No problems with the kickboxing match either. He lands almost 6 significant strikes per minute, and he's hit with fewer than 3. And that's a fantastic ratio for a guy that has no problem sticking around for a kickboxing match. We have seen him out-grapple people. We've seen him out-strike people with little resistance. He is coming off that no contest over Victor Henry, where he won the first round, but it was stopped quickly in the second because of a low blow. He's taking on Aiman Zahabi. That last name may sound familiar. He's Firas Zahabi's brother. Firas Zahabi runs a very prominent gym in Canada. He was George St. Pierre's coach. And what that tells you is that Aiman Zahabi has been around high-level fighters, high-level coaching, and just high-level MMA for his entire career. Style-wise, he's a pretty well-rounded guy, more of a striker than anything. He can be a little low volume at times, but he does have some big power. He has solid takedown defense at 75%, but he has given up a few key takedowns, which have cost him fights in the past. He's coming off that knockout win over Arichi Lang. I've picked on the Basharat brothers. I've bet on the Basharat brothers. I have safety parlayed the Basharat brothers more than once. And I don't know if this fight is much different. Javid should be able to win this fight. He should be able to avoid any power that comes his way. I personally feel he was well on his way to beating Victor Henry before that no contest. I will say it wasn't a mauling. I was hoping the first round would be a mauling. It wasn't a mauling. One judge actually gave Henry that first round. But Aiman is not as high volume as Henry. He's not as tricky to deal with as Henry. And Aiman's likely going to spend the majority of this fight backing up. So I think Javid wins this fight, probably by decision if you want to get some better value than this minus 700. This movement here, the 400 to 700, this basically happened in the last day and a half, 2 days. The lines have just... right now. Yeah, the last 2 days, these lines have jumped off. It's crazy. I don't know.
Jump around.
I don't know why it's been so dramatic, but it has been. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I kind of get the odds. I mean, minus 800 is probably, a little aggressive because, this is probably a decision fight, right? Javid is not necessarily a big finisher. I think there's definitely going to be some opportunities, especially on the ground, if he can get there, if he can get the back of Zahabi to be able to find a finish. But these Basharat brothers are the fucking real deal. And I know a lot of people got scared. I mentioned my quick pick video with the Bonfim brothers and other situations where we had these big kind of, favorites come in and just kind of lose in the first round. But the good news with these Basharat guys is they're not first round or bust type of guys. I mean, they are very just kind of methodical fighters. They're very, and Angelo will talk about this about fighters sometimes, they're very opportunistic, right? They obviously want to get to the rest, they want to get to the grappling. That's kind of their bread and butter. But they don't mind just kind of playing that touch game and being smart about it and waiting for that opportunity because they're not forcing the wrestling. It's like the wrestling just appears out of nowhere. They make it look so easy because they time everything so well and they don't force things. And when they get you on the ground, that's where they kind of really shine. And I think that Javid is going to know that Zahabi is just going to wait and throw that big power, and he's just going to touch, and he's going to touch, and he's going to touch, and the second that big power comes from Zahabi, he's going to level change, he's going to get the takedowns, get the control, and really kind of control this fight. So Zahabi does have that power, kind of like the Oliveira, the Vinicius in the first breakdown. He's gonna always be live. He's got that type of power where he's always going to be live. But these Basharat brothers are very high IQ guys. They know he's going to know what's in front of him. Javid is probably a little bit more wild than Fareed, in my opinion. He will do a little bit more of like a flying knee or a spinning back kick, stuff like that. I think you tighten that shit up, stay tactical, get the level changes when you can get them, and get out of there with the win, because Zahabi he's dangerous. So, but I like Javid in this matchup.
So we did 4 million views this past weekend. We've got 22,000 almost subscribers. These videos do anywhere from 400 to 600 live viewers, depending on the quality of the card. I don't know if the people who watch us live are a representation of the broader audience, or if it's just a certain group of people that watch us live. For some reason, the people watching us live right now are absolutely positive Aiman Zahabi wins. We have y'all sleeping on Zahabi. We have Zahabi going to have a perfect game plan. We have Basharat always gets hit clean and Zahabi has one punch. I'm going Helwani inside the distance. Fraud check incoming. I mean, the love for Zahabi right now, this can't be real. You guys cannot be serious. I have to imagine it's just trying to be different in live chat, because let's go back to the stats very quickly. And I know stats aren't everything, but these guys have a large enough sample size. Aiman Zahabi lands 3 significant strikes per minute. He's hit with 3 for 4. He is hit with more strikes than he lands. He gets taken down 25% of the time. 16% of the time is his accuracy with offensive takedowns. Javid Basharat is landing 6.65 significant strikes per minute and is hit with 2.5. And somebody said Javid Basharat is always hit clean. He's never hit. I don't get the love for Aiman. He knocked out a couple of very chinny guys. I don't get the love for him. I'm all over Javid here. The odds are getting crazy. They're a little too far gone. But all the trust in the world in Javid Basharat. What I will say is not worth $9,500 in DraftKings. He doesn't put up those kind of points. He'll just methodically win this fight.
Yeah, DraftKings would be a fucking disaster this week. People already start talking about it, but I mean the top like 4 top probably 5 salary people, you look at them like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, like the salary in DraftKings is a representation of how the likelihood of that person winning, not the points they're going to score. Javid is very likely to win this fight, but he's not going to score $9,500 well. But you're going to need a lot of favorites.
I think he would get finished. I think in my mind he could get finished.
You think he's going to finish the hobby? But the 30 people think that he's going to get smoked.
If he gets the grappling and gets the bag, he can finish him.
I don't know what that is. He went from opening cards to talking like Kermit the Frog. But if you do want to check out his bets, which have been sharp this year, you can do that at WeWantPicks.com. Just click Become a Member at the top. It's only $10 a month. And you're not just going to get some bets. This isn't a Patreon with a list of bets. It's not a Discord either. The Discord is a perk. The Discord isn't premium. Premium is a full-blown interactive website with tools, insight, information, and more. WeWantPicks.com. Just click Become a Member at the top. We do have a couple more super chats. $1.99 from Ika. You think the Steve Erceg fight goes over 1 round? Well, we'll get there. I do, but we'll break down that fight in a few minutes. Thank you very much for the $1.99.
Thank you very much for the $1.99.
VHS quality, here we go. Zahabi is the best underdog you can have in your DK lineups. I mean, he's gonna score no points or all of them. Yeah,
he's gonna score 12 points or 100. So
yeah, so I mean, maybe throw a little bit of him in a tournament. Yeah, in a tournament play.
Tournament.
It's not no, okay, here's a poll. Do you all think it's tournament or
type
tournament?
Type 1 for tournament and type 2 for tournament.
It's TOUR. If you go on a vacation and somebody shows you around, that's a tour guide, not a tour guide. Tour.
Yeah, we'll let them decide.
There's a lot of fucking. This is the ones in the chat. I would love, but give a number and then say where you're from. I'd love to see that tournament, tour guide.
Not looking good for you.
Okay. I'm F-Dub. I'll be your tour guide for this.
Sorry, F-Dub. I wouldn't treat you like that.
Hey, I'm Eric Alvarez. I'll be your tour guide for the rest of the day.
Sorry, Eric.
Get out of here. Tour.
Sorry, Eric.
What a joke. Texas makes sense with the tour. Arizona makes sense with the tour. This guy's a fucking downright liar. Let's go ahead. Move on. Before you go, let me give you $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets and signs up with any one of our affiliate partners gets $50 as a thank you. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you.